house to start things. Oh, sorry, well, should I say to start things off here? Excuse me. Come on, no, it is okay. Right, yep, as well. To start things off here, at least I'm not calling it Dorado now. I've at least made some progress here. But let's look at the comps here. It is going to be the Roadhog for God, so that's going to be coming in here. And Enigma on the Tracer, so that's kind of it in terms of damage dealers on the side of Energy. They're still going to go with the Reinhardt here, as are Lunatic High.
Yeah, so they're running the Reinhardt on Dean, and Miro's going to be back to the Zarya, which is still someone I consider probably the best Zarya player in the world from what we've been able to see. But they also have Lutation on the Roadhog, so they have the triple take set up, and they have Esk on the McCree to kind of sit behind the Reinhardt shield and do some work from the sides, and that makes Enigma's job really hard. Obviously, you can do a lot of damage to the tanks, but if you get too close to the back line and go for Rouge Hong, Eska will have a field day with them.
Well, look at that, already a bit of flanking going on from Enigma there as well. Just testing Lunatic High. They don't have a flanker on their team, by the way, the Korean squad. They only have the McCree for Eska and the Roadhog for Lutation, so they don't have the option to do that. This could be hunting season for Enigma actually to go towards those supports and pressure. Rouge Hong goes very, very low, so you can see Enigma already doing work. He's forced to back out of that one though. Close but no cigar, but still putting good pressure on Lunatic High from the back lines.
Yeah, with him acting as a flanker, actually, if he can hit this pulse bomb combo, with him flanking from behind, it's really difficult for NRG to deal with the frontline damage that we could see Lunatic High do, and Lutation gets a kill on the gods as he does fall down the well, but they've been able to take the initial capture. Enigma trying to come in with the Graviton Surge and the pulse bomb, and he's going to take down 2 men.
Yep, easy enough. There's going to be Esk and Rouge Hong going to fall. Dean goes down as well. Enigma being patient in the back. Well, now it's paying off for him. 3 kills over that fight. Miro forced to probably just jump over the edge, if I'm not mistaken, and respawn back in with his team. Oh, interesting there. Toby finds Milo, the boot working out. He's going to be traded out.
And eventually the point will be captured by Energy. So far, actually, the Tracer working. I expected to have a little bit more difficulty. You saw him try to come into the backlines multiple times. I think he dodged a flashbang out of Eska. And you even saw, I believe that was Lutation, turn around instantly once he saw him in that direction. But Eska's going to go for the chase. He's going to force him back. So he can't really be too effective, but he's extremely close to his ultimate, and he's using his health packs to his advantage.
Lunatic High have a Reinhardt, right? So they need to stay together. They need to stick behind that shield. That's why Enigma is going to have such a good time here, because there's not going to be too many people left loose to deal with him now. And Lutation going to come through whole hog, and Dean gets 2 quick kills here. So use of the mana boost there, working up definitely for Lunatic High. As Energy not able to do too much, Enigma just goes straight over the edge here and gets it finished off.
See, this is the up and downside to running the Tracer. The upside is you have the potential to flank, to actually catch him off guard and maybe get these 1v1 kills. The downside is Lunatic High have an extra man grouped up behind the shield to take Milo's shield down, so you can't really stay as safe as you maybe want to. So you kind of have to hope Enigma makes a big play, or he gets a good pulse bomb off to allow you to fight this.
And to be fair, Gold's the only one that can really poke properly from behind Milo's shield. Maybe Dummy to a degree as well, but they don't have a lot of great direct damage to sort of break that one down, whereas Eska's on the side of Lunatic High, who's obviously quite good at breaking shields down. He's got a decent fire rate to put a lot of damage out. Now Lunatic High give up a little bit of ground on this first point. They're back up. They're actually going to address the threat of Milo off towards that left side. He probably wants a decent Earth Shadow now. Sound Barrier comes in preemptively here for Lunatic High, and with Poops falling first in the fight, there's not going to be a reciprocal one coming out from Energy. He didn't even have the ultimate percent for it anyway. But the sleep also being used there as well. A Lunatic High player is resting on the job. But still, Energy can't find any sort of entrance here. Might be a pulse bomb attempt here for Enigma, maybe stick onto a Reinhardt. No, now will be the time to use that one. The shield was placed in a good spot, but it's not going to be enough. Enigma gets 3 kills. Again, just waiting for his time to strike is allowing Energy to win these fights. Eska is going to end it here.
They're playing around the sound barrier so well. They knew Toby did not have it available, so Seal was more than happy to just throw the ultimate in. Know that Enigma's going to be up to the side. Yeah, it was really kind of curious considering they knew there's still a Trace on the enemy side, and they know they have a pulse bomb, and that's your only counter to it, actually. But great job, Energy, to take advantage of knowing about these ultimates and kind of keeping them in mind. Keep an idea of the macro game, most importantly. You see it become more and more of a thing. Elite Tension's looking for a hook, spots out God's, gonna pull him right in, and pulls him into the entirety of his team, but Milo's immediately there to actually protect him.
Yeah, and now Enigma knows he can do a little bit more with that hook down, so he might be able to go in for an assassination now. This might be the time for it. Good hook though, Seagull! No way he's gonna get out of that one, he's taken straight down the well. It's a bit of a This Is Sparta moment here for Lutation. Is he gonna continue to press forward? Gonna have a whole hog available, misses the point blank hook on Dummy, who's being very slippery right now, getting into the backside, but also gonna be knocked off the edge, and Pooch gets a face full of shrapnel.
Well, we do see Enigma trying to contest, but he will eventually fall. Gods has switched over to the Reaper though, so they've gotten rid of the Roadhog. So he does have a little bit more upfront damage, but it's going to be really hard considering Lunatic High have 6 ultimates and are at 80% already. The Graviton Surge Pulse Bomb combo, which Eska has switched over to the Tracer, could pretty much stop Energy from even having a second chance to contest.
Energy had such a good start to this one now as well, but playing into 6 ults is... Well, to be fair, I've seen teams waste 6 ults and still lose a fight against like a 1-2 ult team, so it's possible, but I don't think the odds are very, very good right now. Seagull might have a Graviton Surge though in a moment here with a little bit of damage being done. He lays it down, but now it's going to be put on the ground. Going to be slapped around there as well by Dean. Sound Barrier used here for Energy. Lunatic High have also used theirs already. So Enigma's Pulse Bomb and the Graviton Surge combo might be just what Energy needs to win out this fight. Pooks finds Dean. Energy winning back on this one. 6 ults for Lunatic High, but it wasn't even enough to get it done. They Energy weathers the storm, and they take the point back. It doesn't happen very often, Jason, but when it does, it's incredible to see.
I'm not even sure how the hell they did that. 6 ultimates, and yet you still survive. They didn't even have a sound barrier. Pooks is at 50% of his ultimate. There's no way you could have had that off, and yet the Ground Surge on Amiro must have been blocked off. It must have been at a really bad position, but Enigma trying to steep in from the back. 92%. They're going to have to get tested. The Ground Surge comes back in. Where's the Pulse Bomb? It's going to land. It's not going to do a hell of a lot of damage, but he's still here able to chop away at him.
Enigma in the back line now. It's going to be the Earth Shatter coming down. This is just brilliant from Energy. What a comeback in this map. They were in big trouble. The odds can't be any worse. One last fight, 6 odds to play against. They take that in their stride, and they take the first round.
And now we're getting really scared for Energy. They seem to be hyped up after losing the first 2 maps. Nambani and Nepal talking things over. Going into Lijiang Tower, winning 3-1. Now they're leading on Ilios. Is a reverse sweep real?
I cannot believe that they managed to win that fight out. That is ridiculous. Lunatic High had everything they needed to completely wipe them off the map, and yet it wasn't enough. Energy playing around those ultimates so very well, focusing down key targets, but to be honest with you, it's not as if they focused people down and made it so that Lunatic High couldn't use ults because the heroes were dead. They were alive. They used all their ultimates, and they just didn't make it work. What an uncharacteristic mistake to see from this team, who Lunatic High, in my opinion, has been very squeaky clean when it comes to their executions. It costs them the first round on well.
Well, let's see as we go into Ruins if things are going to change again. Milo going to be on the Reinhardt. Miro going to be switching over to the Winston, which allows Dean to go to the Zarya. I haven't really seen a switch up at all in heroes either for both sides. I was expecting maybe something like Genji being played, maybe a cheeky Widowmaker to God, since the recent changes to her have made her a little bit easier to play. But look at this pressure Lunatic High's applying onto Energy. They're being forced back here because the Barada Grenade, because they can't heal through this one. Miro jumps straight on top of Milo, takes him down, and Eskov to the left-hand side. With the help of the health pack, has been able to help them hold back.
This Enigma factor as well for Energy has been such a big one on Ilios so far. You know, just investing in him and also investing in the time it takes for him to charge up pulse bombs and be ready to use them there. It does go down there, but Energy already having lost the fight. And you're right, that Bardic Grenade is so devastating to be hit by that one, especially when you're clumped together. If you're playing with a Reinhardt, you're going to be very susceptible to that. Like I said, you're going to have to group up behind that shield to get the most value out of it, and that's just great for a Tracer, for an Ana, anyone with AoE damage or splash.
And you just see Energy's response every time they get Bardic Grenade, they kind of back away. That's going to be an Boost coming through, as well as a Graviton Surge out of D just to hold them in place so they can make sure to get an easy kill. Dummy's going to fall immediately. God's able to take down Eska, but Pook's on the point. He's trying to capture. He's already about halfway through, but there's so many men on Lunatic High here. I don't see how he's going to take this. He's got to die in a second.
Yeah, Pook's actually staying alive somehow as well. The crossfade is real, back and forth, just like Cruise between the two modes. Now Sound Barrier going to come down here. That's going to help Lunatic High hang around for a heck of a long time. Just like a bad smell, Mino's knocked up the slope here by Miro, getting shielded up right at the front, and it's a fully charged particle cannon for Dean. Very scary to deal with right now. It's a hook that came in there from Gods, but doesn't connect. And Lunatic High are funneling energy into an area where they can get the most out of their AoE damage.
But there's an Earth Shatter available for Milo, so if Lunatic High group up in a bad position, you can say get back to them here. Dean's going to take down Gods. Is he actually, did he get hooked? No, he just ran into a bad position there. He just ran out a little bit too far to the point. The Grouches are just finally going to come in towards the back lines, but Shield's going to come in. The Pulse Bomb doesn't do anything. It doesn't pick up a single kill. No, Eska with the Nano Boost on top of him. He has Death Blossom, but there's no need for him to invest it.
No, why not? Why bother? Like, you've already won the fight, essentially. The fact that there was no follow-up to that Graviton Surge, the fact that Miro was able to, Dean, sorry, was able to shield up his team and still get fully charged and then respond to that, why not just save your ultimates here? But still, Lunatic High has shown even with 6 ultimates they can lose a fight, so
this is dirty.
They still need to use these properly.
I thought he was going to try to sneak up towards the left-hand side. Actually dropped on top of Gods. He needs to hit that hook. They have really nothing that can dislodge him from that position, and immediately God's going to be taken down. The Bardic Grenade, not to mention the Death Balls are being thrown in just for that kill alone. Earth Shatter, why?
Oh, he dodges it. He goes to the wave form there. There's no chance for Milo to catch him out with that Earth Shatter. Now he gets taken down. It's an ult committed and nothing gained, and Energy pushed away from the point. Again, Lunatic High have this one in overtime after an incredible first round. Energy nowhere to be seen in the second on Ruins.
Alright, so I can't even speak because I'm really confused, but I can understand the Earth Shatter at the end because they realize it's like 95%. We have to touch the point now. Earth Shatter these two down, maybe pick up the kills and allow Enigma to contest the point, and we can turn it, but it just was not enough. And you saw the folks out of Lunatic High funneling them time and time again into this tight area and just hammering away at that shield that Milo had. Didn't allow him to get a position to get even a good Earth Shatter off.
Well, Energy, the momentum they built up after that first round may well be dashed here. Not a strong performance from them at all here. It's just some of the players, actually. I think this is the NGA guys, or IG Fire guys watching, so hello to them. I saw this guy doing the pineapple pen, that thing.
Pen.
He was in the film
Have
clip.
an apple.
Terrible. Anyways, it's one apiece here now in this one on Ilios. This could go all the way yet again. Well was so good for NRG, but they were just completely trounced on Ruin. Now we're going to go over towards Lighthouse, and again, NRG need to reassert themselves here to give themselves a chance to close this one out before they give too much momentum to Lunatic High.
Look at this left-hand side, Miro again on the high ground, able to drop down, wait for his jump pack cooldown to come back up, and Eska's trying to challenge on Seagull towards the right-hand side, but feed him a lot of energy. I think it's really difficult for him to take him down in this 1v1, but with the shield, it's kind of a crutch at the same time. It's an advantage because you can hide behind it, but also the fact that it's really hard to get the shield pushed up in a position that you can use it necessarily. But somehow Eska goes in a little bit too deep, and Milo's had enough of this. It just swings away.
That's it. Get off my lawn, youngster. Oh, Enigma! Okay, quick recall back on towards the point. May have gone a little bit too far there. Not able to catch down Miro as he just jumps back through. So NRG now with a chance to come forward here, but Enigma's the only one getting kills, getting damage done in this situation. It finds Wu Jiehong, that's good. Pulse Bomb comes in, that could be important, but no, the damage is staved off mostly. Another kill for Enigma, who's been playing out of his skin in all honesty, but Toby's going to be the one to deal with him the final blow, and NRG are forced away from the point.
So Gods on the Roadhog hasn't really been able to hit any hooks so far, even though there's really no shields to have to worry about. You have to give credit to Dean to get a lot of the Zarya shield onto the right target if they ever do get pulled in. Plus you have Lunatic, who's really hard to hit. You have Eska, who can dodge away. And Wu Jiehong trying to sit towards the backside. No Nanoboost available this time. He's actually on the high ground. Eventually being spotted by Dummy. Lunatic with the pulse bomb could come up huge.
Especially now Dean has just got his Graviton Surge available now. Nanoboost coming on towards Milo here as well. You can see NRG are making a lot of use of him in these situations, and the Pulse Bomb actually doesn't achieve much at all coming out from Lunatic. Earthshadow is going to come down eventually. Is it not going to be enough though? No, it looks like a lot of Lunatic managed to escape. Milo can't get anything done. Miro shuts him down, smacking him back and forth like a speedball. He didn't even have a chance to touch the ground, let alone do damage. Good little shutdown on towards Milo there, and NRG now still able to flip the point back.
Somehow able to flip the point. I'm really confused how they're able to do that. Even Lunatic on a 5 HP doesn't get spotted by the rest of his team. And do they not realize they don't have the point? No, he's actually trying to regroup back towards... I was confused there. I was like, wait, why is the enemy spawn and not capture the point? But Enigma with the Pulse Bomb still looking for a prime opportunity to use it. You can see they've actually noticed that Lutatian's behind them, and they're going to have to pay attention to this. Okay, well, Wu Jiehong's been spotted now as well, but Eska has himself an Nanoboost, but there's anyone really there to kill? Gods can't really heal through that one, mate. Pulse Bomb being dropped onto him as well. Eska gets 2, Dummy and Gods falling down, but Milo and Seagull actually doing really good work over on this point. A lot of shields up there as we can see Miro's attempting to keep his team alive with them, but Milo gets a double there. The switch over towards Winston now seems to be paying off for NRG. They're not going to have control of this point quite yet. Seagull's forced away here by Lunatic, trying to go for the fist, but it's not really going to work. Oh, mid-air catches him out. It's Clay Pigeon shooting with a laser beam, of course. It's futuristic, guys. It is the Overwatch universe. And Seagull is able to take him down with Eska falling to Enigma. NRG tentatively have control of the point. So Milo finally switching up. She's played Reinhardt in every single control point map that we've had. And so far, he's been working out. The fact they're able to contest the point here, he's able to drive into the back line and get a lot of damage in. Not to mention, hopefully for him, be very mobile, whereas Reinhardt can't really do that. You can see him just backing off, trying to actually go up against Miro here. As Miro's trying to touch the point, trying to get contested, trying to force NRG back to the point to fight. And Seagull off to the side is laying down a lot of damage. Yeah, Dummy, good sleep on Lunatic, by the way, taking that Tracer out of the mix. He's always sort of focusing down those flankers and removing them early on. 3 kills for Enigma in that fight. Beautiful from him, and Wu Jiehong's trying to decide if he can escape this one, or maybe even, I don't know, see if he can listen out for someone called out. Maybe it's a possibility there. I think Pook's got a little bit deep there, I'm not sure. Either way, Seagull to back away here. Oh, we can see another sleeping lion there being left to lie. Taser now back. Does see Gods jump overhead, can't really connect him with the Pulse Pistol. He's going to jump onto the point now and try and draw NRG back. But look at it, Enigma doesn't care. He's going to slap him in the back of the head with the Pulse Pistol. It's going to be NRG now getting themselves a sound barrier to continue this fight. With Enigma going down, they don't have the Pulse Bomb. It's already at 96% here. NRG getting so close. God's going to have his Death Blossom, but is he even in position? Pooks and Dummy both going to go down here. Eska has his own Death Blossom. The point is being flipped slowly. No, it's actually still contested. Someone stole the point. It's Milo in his Primal Rage form. Eventually should fall as I think he jumps off the map. But now NRG know 99%. All they need to do is win one more fight, and they can go up 2-1 here on Ilios. Lunatic High, not much to work with for the next fight. They got a Pulse Bomb there from Lunatic, but you can never really guarantee that unless there's a Graviton Surge there of some description. Wu Jiehong, to be fair, will have at least a Nanoboost to use as well. Scattered ults for both teams. Nothing solid, nothing concrete here. NRG do need to retake this one, otherwise they'll let Lunatic High get rolling, get those ultimates ticking, and the Koreans can justifiably hold them off. Okay, Eska's trying to focus down on the Milo for the most part. Being forced to Wraith form, and look at this, that's going to be low health. Gods is eventually going to fall here. Dummy gets a sleep dart just in time. Miro's trying to chase him down. He actually misses the jump, and eventually Dummy will fall to this one. Enigma, you have a Pulse Bomb, but he's going to wait for his team. He still has time left. 77% built up for Lunatic High. NRG will have the Wombo combo. They have the Graviton Surge, Pulse Bomb combo, not to mention Dummy to use the Nano Boost onto Gods with the Death Blossom. They have everything in their kit that they need to pull this off. But can they put the pieces down right?
Well, what's more important is that Toby's probably not going to have a sound barrier for this fight.
Is he going to flank?
NRG don't have the time to wait out a sound barrier, so the fact that it's not available for Toby is important. They're just going to have to go for it now. God's going to jump down as well. Does have a Death Blossom ready to go. He's going to let it go. The shield comes in for Dean. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive, though. Gods gets one, but Dummy's falls to Eski here in that fight. Interesting stuff here. Dummy already managed to use the Nano Boost before he went down, though, and Gods is still fighting on the point. But a grenade comes in, and there it is. Enigma gets the Pulse Bomb inside the Graviton Surge. Litation falls down. Gods gets a sound barrier now. He's going to chase on towards Eska. He can win this fight easily. One more shot gets the job done. And now Miro behind him, trying to challenge him out. Primal Rage coming in. It's overtime on the point here. NRG take it into their control, but now still being contested. Miro can't hold on to this for enough time for reinforcements to come from Lunatic High, but they need to do damage. They can't just stall out this point. Overtime, constantly ticking down, and then back up. No! NRG have got the point. They make it a 2-1. They managed to find the strength they need in that last fight to hold the Koreans back.
It's too close for comfort for them, though. And the Tajon at the end on the Tracer, he had the potential to pull off such a great flank. But instead, he goes into group of his team. Even the Nano Boost Death Blossom out of Gods was not amazing, but getting one kill was enough. Getting Dean down, no potential for the Graviton Surge, no potential for the Zara to build up a lot of damage. It's enough for them to actually focus down on anyone left on the point and secure that one. But 2-1. You need to pick up this next one as well. They have 2 chances at it, actually, to take it to a 5th and final map. And Lunatic High, they haven't really changed anything. They tried Eska on McCree, but they're pretty content on sitting him onto a Reaper and they Tajon on Tracer.
This is going to be so exhausting for the players as well. 3 King of the Hill maps, full of intense action, back and forth stuff. I mean, my voice is barely going to survive the day, let alone these players' mental stamina. But NRG set themselves in a position to equalize the series at 2-2. What a turn of events here. They're really showing up on these maps, and it shows. Now, Enigma as well, who's just been, a mainstay for NRG here as well. Very important for them. Gods, though, going down early on. That's another important cue to the door here for NRG, already taken out of the mix, and Enigma has to be careful. Shots are going to come in from Luje Hong, and Toby finished the job. Nicely done. He's an opportunistic Lucio who knows to go in and how to get those kills on low health opponents.
Seagull Flukes will actually punish Miro and Eska going a little bit too deep, but it doesn't matter because the point will be taken by Lunatic High. Toby probably attacks the people back towards the front. However, NRG might have a man advantage here if they do attack the point relatively quickly. And Seagull already built up to 70% of his ultimate. Has a lot of energy too. And I've been looking at how Miro's been playing. He's actually getting directly in the face of Gods, but still somehow surviving with about half HP, able to jump away in time with the help of Dean, giving him a lot of shields.
It's interesting to see Miro not playing Zaya here, as Dean maybe using a Winston main or Winston player at that. But aside to that, it's going to be Eska and Litation. They're finding Milo and Enigma early on, so with Rujehong managing to find his opposite number, Seagull can try as he might, but still he gets a 2v1 situation. Now he's going to need a little bit more from him. The sound barrier is being used here by NRG just to get them back on towards this point. I think they realise by now that they can't let Lunatic High snowball these early leads out. Seagull's very lucky to be alive there. Didn't have a shield available on cooldown from him. He may just start one more swing of the fist from Miro. Good movement, good pathing, goes back and gets himself a little bit of health and stays alive. And they should be able to flip the point back while this fight's raging.
Yeah, Miro will get the kill on the Gods, but the point still will be turned over, like you said, and he was just trying to survive, waiting for the reinforcements. They have 5 ultimates ready to go for NRG. This should ideally be in their hands, an easy fight. The Ground Surge is going to come in, Seagull perfectly well placed, and not to mention Enigma with the Pulse Bomb yet again. Rinse and repeat for these guys, and they will take the point and maintain it.
What's even more important in that fight as well is that Toby did use the sound barrier, but Seagull was charged up like 80%, just right-clicking in there, chunking down that overshield so the burst could come in from Enigma and actually kill some people, which is what NRG needed to do there. 2 ults down, 3 to go still for NRG. They're in a decent spot to at least equalize here.
Now Lunatic High, they need to wait. They need to wait, most importantly, for the Tajon to have his Pulse Bomb up because they have the Graviton Surge. Not to mention God's going to come in towards the backside, looking for these kills. Him and Milo able to chime back in, looking for the Eska off to the side. Eventually should be able to fall here, but the Graviton Surge again. This time out of Lunatic High isn't really able to capitalize off this too much, but Dean picks himself up a double, now a triple, and God's is finally able to respond.
4 kills for Dean. That was pretty impressive there over the course of that fight. Litation able to find Gods, and now Enigma jumping down. Oh, the crouching is real here. No, it's not an attempt to teabag at long range. It's an attempt just to keep your head away from the enemy's reticle. Obviously, headshots, Tracer v Tracer is how you win the battle. And crouching makes it a lot harder to hit that. But Litation wins on out. We've got Lunatic High with control. Now they're equal at 56 apiece. They're going to continue to extend their league now.
Really surprised to see Dean pick up 4 kills in the midst of that. He had such high energy, but he didn't really have the backup. And yet, NRG didn't really have, I think, Dummy there with Bio Grenade and the healing they needed to, I guess, survive the Graviton Surge. But Seagull sitting towards the back again. Trying to build some energy with the help of Milo. Something that Reinhardt wasn't really able to do for him. Yeah, he didn't really get anything here as Eska does take down Milo, and he's going to push forward.
Oh, now and Eska as well gets run of the mill here. He's going to be looking for Dummy, gets him just around the corner. Miro was the one to finish him off now, and Eska can back away towards this point. Notice that Eska here won't just go for the Death Blossom just because he has himself a nano boost. Saved it there, knew he didn't need it, knew the rest of his team was already chipping him in terms of the damage, so now he's going to have that one available. If he can get a shield from Dean, it's not going to be quite as deadly, of course, as the nano boosted Death Blossom, but look at this, this is dirty. He's set up ready to flank down and to stop energy as they try and advance. He's going to have to wait the sound barrier out though. He needs to be patient.
He's not going to be too bothered by that because he's able to get down towards the backside. Seagull's going to knocked away and save his life for a second. Miro's eventually able to take him down. Finally, Gods gets the hook on an Eska, but it's just pulling him towards his own death.
Oh my lord!
Eska gets the kill in the 1v1, and now Energy are falling.
Perfect stuff from Eska that takes down Gods, who hooked him in, but he managed to back himself in that battle and say, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to take the piggy down. 3 shots was all it really took now, and Lunatic have control. Overtime ticking down. Oh, Jason. Oh, it's going to go to the 5th stage here. Everything rides on this next round. If Energy win, we're going to see a 5th map. If Lunatic High win, they are just going to stop Energy at the gates. Incredible game so far. Really one of the tightest King of the Hill maps I have seen. And yeah, it's all going to come down to one more. Oh man.
Enigma. After the get-go, after the beginning of Nepal, I could say I was not impressed, but as the game has progressed on, he's been performing even better on the Tracer, really positioned himself extremely well, not getting caught out too much, and luckily for him, he doesn't have too much threat on the enemy side. It's just all on Rouge Hong to hit the sleep darts, but you can only stay focused. You can only hit those so often and so many times before eventually you start to wear down and fatigue. And now we're going back to Lighthouse. This is the map Energy won, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. You are right, Jason. Well, anything could happen between these rounds though as well, just because you win it once. Whoever wins the first fight and takes the first point actually can generally snowball the game in a big way. So, Dummy already at 33% though, that's a good start for that first nano boost coming through. Enigma also having done a good amount of damage. Eska gets challenged down fairly early and is forced to back away here while Gods can wreak havoc.
And Milo actually did a really good job there. He jumped directly on top of Rouge Hong, forced him back, gave him a 0%, yes, but he kept the end out of the fight so the rest of Energy can pick up these kills. Without that healing there, without bar grenades, Lunatic High are just going to fall.
Great fight for Energy there. It's going to be Dean, obviously the last one to go down here, and you see Enigma still looking for Rouge Hong, not going to allow him a chance to get onto the point, or at least he does. Well, Lunatic High take the point, okay. Energy were too busy chasing people, and while they went at home, Lunatic High stuck their supports on, and they still hold the point here. This could be massive for Lunatic High. They can get a decent amount of percent off this one, especially with Rouge Hong killing Seagull. Miro holding on. Energy may have messed up here and got a little bit too aggressive and allowed Lunatic High to sneak in through the open door.
Yeah, and even Enigma had his pulse bomb up, but he didn't even bother to use onto the 2 supports. He tried to take Rouge Hong down without committing an ultimate, and that's the downside to trying to be smart about managing your ults and kind of keeping them up and not forcing them when they don't necessarily need to be used. And Lunatic High take the first point. Now they have nano boost on Rouge Hong. Him and Dummy together are paired up in ult percent.
This could be a snowball, Jason.
It 100% can be. It comes down to Energy trying to turn this one around, and you're going to have the Gouch and Surge Pulse Bomb combo out of them up momentarily, but Lunatic High, are they going to even give him a chance? You see Eska run in with a nano boost. As you can see the counter nano boost on the Gods as well with the help of the Sound Bear, so a lot of defensive ultimates, a lot of the 2 support ultimates for NRG being used, and they aren't going to win the fight, so lucky for them they get that off the back of it, but if they failed that fight after committing that many ultimates, that would have been bad.
It took a little while for Eska to realize that he was being hit by a nano boosted Reaper actually, because he walked in, he's like, I'm healthy. You know that obviously when you're nano boosted on a Reaper, it's very, very hard to kill you, especially in the space of time that it takes to kill the enemy team. But he's like, something's chunking me here, and it was indeed Gods as well that managed to chase him on out there. Once that spearhead for Lunatic High was shattered up on the rocks, it was Energy able to take control of the fight and push forward. Now, 4 ults up for the American squad here. That's a heck of a lot to be working with. And the Graviton and Rouge Hong having to back away here. Oh, Gods put the sleep door on the bridge. I don't think there's going to be a chance there for capitalization. But Milo chased too deep, got picked up by Eska. This fight could get turned around now as Energy maybe going a little bit too far.
I don't understand how Rouge Hong survives that when you have a Reaper and a Winston directly on top of you. But the backup was, like you said, he's able to survive, get a lot of healing down. Not to mention Lunatic High, they have 5 ultimates. We've seen them, though, fail a fight with 6 ults to 1.
I could not believe
hopefully
that.
They won't do it again.
I could not believe that, really. I've never shouted so loud in my life and anything. That was just unbelievable. Anyway, 4 ults here for Energy to work with. Sound barrier for Pooks is a little ways off. That's a scary concept for Energy now, as you know that you could be cut down by the Graviton Bomb combination coming from Dean and Litaijan. You need to be very careful not to get caught in that one until you have that available. Seagull immediately actually gets damaged down now as he tries to peek out. That was actually the Bardic Grenade on towards him. Graviton Surge going to be used here. There is a Pulse Bomb available. It's all about who gets it down first. Litaijan gets 2 kills. That's what I'm saying. You don't have a sound barrier. Pooks only just gets it now after 3 of his teammates have already fallen.
Great timing out of Lunatic to realize that one too. Not to mention keep the 2 Graviton Surges next to each other so you can throw the Pulse Bomb across directly into the other one to make sure to pair that one down. And now NRG, they're fighting against it. They have 3 ultimates left, but there's 94% on Lunatic High.
And Esker does have the ultimate. He can combine with Rujehong here as well and completely cut NRG down to size. They're going to push on towards this point now. We're in overtime. This is it. Last chance for NRG. They've got to hang on. Milo on the point now, just stalling up a little bit more, at least as long as he can. He's going to be chased down. He gets picked up. Esker finds Dummy now. He's going to come in with the ult. He sort of misses the door, but is able to get a lot of damage down as well. God's forced straight in towards that Wraith form. He's pushed off the point. I don't think Poos can even touch this one, let alone keep it going for long. Now it's going to be Seagull pushed away. Dean takes it down. No! NRG has fallen. Lunatic High managed to reassert themselves, take dominance, and they take the series 3-1. The Koreans are through to the grand final.
You can see the sigh of relief in their faces as well. They know they've been pushed to the brink, especially on Ilios there. But they're able to come out as the victors. NRG were able to finally adapt with how back and forth that entire series went, with how one-sided it was in the beginning. Able to come back on Lijiang Tower and almost come back on Ilios to take it to that 5th and final map, which would have been Temple of Anubis if you guys are wondering at home.